Good morning, you amazing human beings. How are you? I hope this finds you well. Please excuse the still damp and drying hair. I was totally out of doing these kind of videos, but I've had a bit of a block about filming and recording since I've been really sick this summer, and I just needed to do something a bit lighthearted for me to get me back into the groove and get me moving forward again, and to help me get over myself a bit more from overthinking and perfectionism that was going on in my head. And this is the only way I could think of doing it to get myself back into doing videos and stuff again. This summer has been extremely tough for me health-wise. June, July and August, even though we're practically at the end of August as well, it's just been 3 months of just solid, like nearly consistent flare-ups, if not weekly, nearly every 2 weeks, suffering with my hand and arm and body pains, whatever they are, and still trying to keep moving forward with finding out what's going on with that, and some other stuff that's going on that I'm not quite ready to talk about yet because I'm going through it still and I'm still figuring stuff out. And when I'm at a better place to share about stuff, I will happily share, because I'm always happy to share about stuff, but just when I've got a bit further along with some stuff, I don't really want to discuss stuff when it's right at the beginning and I'm not quite sure about it, and there's possibility of things changing, and just things haven't really got very far in the last 3 months with health stuff. So it just feels like, what's the point of doing an update when we're still waiting and we don't know anything? So why update when there's no update, if that makes sense? So things just feel like they're plodding along very slowly. The last 3 months have been a mixture of absolute awfulness and some joy, and trying to find a balance in life, which has been really difficult because of the weather. It makes me feel really like I'm being a negative person. I'm not being very grateful. But the summer has been lovely for most people, and I'm glad everybody's been enjoying it and loving it, the warm weather and stuff. But for me, it has been really difficult because if I overheat, I am more likely to flare up, and the temperature being really high, anything pretty much over 26 degrees Celsius in the UK, is a cause of me being close to flare-ups. So it has been quite difficult to stay cool and to fight the flare-ups. As I said, I'm at least flaring up every week, maybe every 2 weeks. I just haven't been feeling good. It's been really rough, and today isn't a good day either. I don't know what's going on, but my digestive system has called kaputs and I feel absolutely awful. I'm really badly bloated, sore and uncomfortable, and honestly don't know what's going on because I ate well yesterday as well, so it can't be food related. So I'm not quite sure, like I said, what's going on, but I don't feel great. I have a lot of things, little piddly little tasks that I need to do today that I've kind of been putting off, or just been like, oh, it's only a little short task, I'll get to it whenever I get to it. But I've been doing that for a few days, and then slowly, like, little tasks have been building up, so it's like kind of a long list of tasks to do, which I'll show you what I plan to do today. So it's lots of little mini things to do today, which is just how it is sometimes. I need to move this over to today because I didn't do it yesterday. So I've got phone calls to make, to clean the living room, therapy homework, get my husband to put the bins out, wash guest bedding, which is currently just on. I would like to go for a walk, whether it's a 5-minute or a 20-minute walk would be nice, but 5 minutes if we can manage it, because I'm not feeling great today. Journal, and to put the clothes away. So I'm just wondering if I'm missing something else on this. So let me just have a quick think of what I need else to do. So I have moved some tasks priority wise. I've moved journal and put clothes away to urgent, because journal I like to do 3 times a week and I didn't do it yesterday, so I'd really like to do it today. I've got some things in my head. I've got put clothes away down as urgent because that's been just sat in our bedroom for 2 days and I've been ignoring it. I've moved the writing over today, and I've moved therapy because it got cancelled. I have dates on everything, so that helps me organise my days and stuff as well. Husband's put the bins out, washing's going to go on. As I said, I want to do a walk if possible. It's high, but it depends how I feel in a bit because I'm not feeling great. Obviously record this video, and tidy counter corner, which is low for today. By tomorrow it might be high because it'll be doing my head in. But yeah, so there are my tasks for today. See how I feel, how I can get stuff done. Like I said, they're just little panicky tasks, and my tidy corner one, just to show you my little corner of shame. It just keeps building up and adding, and just it's starting to get a bit hectic. So I need to sort that out. I do actually want to use my husband's 3D printer and print out like a letter holder with space to put in some pens and maybe some painkillers and a lip balm, just so like the necessity things are there so I can really like tidy this up. And my husband's been lazy because his glasses should go on the other side of the room in his little glasses holder, because his mum bought him a glasses holder because he has so many glasses, so he's just being lazy dumping them there at the moment. So yeah, I need to sort this out, but like I say, it's a low priority, but by Friday, Saturday, it's going to have done my head in and I'm going to want to trash it all. So that's my corner of shame at the moment. been trying for ages to get through to both the companies that I need to talk to about my scan and my other thing, and can't get through. Like, I got the answer machine for one, so I left a message, so hopefully they ring me back today, otherwise I'll have to do it tomorrow again. And the other one, just nobody picks up. Yeah, I don't know. Basically my thing was, so I have a scan on Saturday for my arms because of all the pains I've been having, and I got a letter to come to say that I have an appointment. It's at 8:30 in the morning, and then I've had a text to say it's at 8:30, and then I've had another text to say it's at 10:30, and then I've had another text. I've had 2 more texts. So the previous week I think it was like a reminder, and then obviously text this week as another reminder, like the appointment's happening, but again both texts at 8:30 and 10:30, and I'm kind of just want to be like, is this 10:30 one, what's this about? Have you made a mistake? Because I only have a letter that's saying it's for 8:30 and how to get in because it's a Saturday going to the building. So I just want to clarify what the 10:30 appointment is, that it's a mistake and that maybe it's for somebody else or something, but nobody's picking up. And because it's a Saturday, there's not going to be any receptionists or anything. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do other than just when I go on Saturday, if nobody keeps picking up, just to mention it to the people that are doing my scan that I had a text to say 10:30 as well, but I don't know what that's about, because I don't want to get there at 8:30 and then be like, oh, you're actually there for 10:30 and I've got to kill 2 hours, because that's annoying. But alas, nobody's answering. So I cannot tick these off yet because nobody answered. I've put the clothes away, I've done the guest bedding, technically we are recording the video, and I've also put the towels away. And that was technically, you know what, it was a high, because if they just get left everywhere, it really bums me out because it makes the house feel messy. So I feel like, do I keep trying? Do I not? I don't even know what time it is. But seriously, I don't know what to do. Maybe I'll just get on with cleaning the living room and then go for a walk. And then I can do the things at home. So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I've had to sit down for like 20 minutes after finishing doing the living room because I'm tired now. But look how dark it's getting. I've asked Google and then I've checked Siri. There we go. What the weather's gonna be like, and both of them, there's an hour difference between when it's gonna rain. Apple says 2 o'clock, Google says 1 o'clock. It's 10 to 1 now, so they're both liars. It's just literally started raining on my window. Damn it. I was just gonna quickly throw on my jacket and just go for a quick walk around the block. Look how dark it has gotten. I've literally, they're soaked. I just went out to grab the washing and it's chucking it down. My only thing on my wish list for this summer was a thunderstorm. We ain't got one. Manchester living don't give you thunderstorms like it does only when you're on the coast. It was just something that even nearly 5 years of being here, I'm still getting used to. And this is the closest I feel that I've got to a thunderstorm at the moment. It's got really, really dark, really heavy rain. Obviously, it's something that's completely out of my control, so having that on my like summer wish list is kind of pointless because I can't control the weather, and having a thunderstorm just is totally beyond my control, but I really want, what am I saying right at the beginning in my intro about how like I don't want to seem ungrateful. The summer's been great and I'm sure everybody's loved it, but it's been really difficult for me and I can't wait for autumn. Colder weather, comfy knits, coziness, candles, being able to be under blankets and not sweat through them, having the actual duvet back on the bed, pajamas. July, we got summer so early, like April, May, and by July I was done because it just makes me feel awful. Now I'm thinking what I'm gonna do. I was gonna be like, let's just grab an umbrella and go for a quick walk anyway, but it's absolutely pouring down, so we'll see how it does over the next 2 hours, because I could just quickly go for a short walk around the block. It's literally like 5 minutes, but when it's pouring down like this, I'd rather sit in front of the window and watch it, thanks. So I think I'm gonna have a quick lunch. I'm gonna have a ham toasty. Well, toasty, it's just bread in the toaster, because I don't have a toaster machine and I'm not putting cheese in it because A, we don't have any, and B, I still wouldn't even if we did because I feel yucky. So I'm just gonna crack on with my list still. I've not had any callbacks. My garden totally needed it. Oh, it makes me so happy. Look at the clematis as well. They've been climbing so well this year. They've never done that in the whole time we've lived here, and we planted them the first year we moved in, like the first summer, and the sweet peas get gigantic every year. They've not flowered as well as they have done in previous years, but it has been a lot hotter this year, I think, than previous years. But the rain. Got lunch, some crackers and a ham and mustard toasty, and I think I might watch some YouTube or I might put a film on, I'm not quite sure yet. So post lunch I thought I would just check in. Still not got anywhere with those calls, they haven't rung me back, still can't get through. And we did the living room. So inside my little do the living room I have like another checklist. So we picked up the living room, hoovered and did that, hoovered the living room. I cleaned the coffee table, but I haven't washed the runner because I did it the other week, so I'm probably going to do it next week. So technically I'm just going to do like and I just have to put a couple of things back that were on the floor, so just those things really, and then that's fine. And once I put those bits back, I can finally tick that off my list for today. It has gotten super sunny now, so I'm just going to finish my cup of tea, watch some Jessica Rose Williams YouTube, and then I'm going to go for a walk. I think while that's on and drink my tea, I might carry on working on my therapy homework. It's just going to be like 3 weeks worth of therapy homework to go through when we do it. And then, like I said, when I come back from my walk, I'm going to do my 20 minutes of writing and journal. And I think that is pretty much ticking everything off my list that I can do. Oh, and I did an online order review, it was about the delivery driver. It was 5 stars. He was great yesterday. So yeah, that's pretty much all I think I can do at the moment. It's so frustrating about those phone calls. Like, come on, I just want confirmation. I'm supposed to get a letter to confirm a change. It can be so frustrating sometimes when you're waiting on other people to send things and stuff. I was waiting. I have a thing happening near the second week of September, and it's gone from being at 7:30 in the morning to 12:30, I think they said it was, and I should have got a confirmation letter, and that was like 2 weeks ago, and I haven't. And they rang me up the other week and then offered me it for Friday just gone, and I was like, I can't do it for various reasons. And they're like, okay, fine, but I haven't had a confirmation letter for the change time on the second week of September, so I just want to make sure that the time has changed, and I need the confirmation letter to tell me when to stop eating and drinking. So it's really frustrating. So, or whether or not they've gone back on it and it's actually the 7:30 one that I've got already. So yeah, but I've still got like another a week and like 2 days to chase it up. So it's not as bad as the other one where I have the scan in like 2 days and I don't know what time it's supposed to be properly. I'm still going to go for 8:30. It's not a big walk far from where we live. It's like a 20-minute-ish walk. I've just never been there before. I've got a rough idea of where it is. It's just the time. It's just so frustrating sometimes. But what can you do? So, tea, homework, YouTube. Need to grab my brolly and my keys, and we're done. I think I might just walk to the end of my street and see how far I want to go when I get to the end of my street and what direction I fancy going. Can't do this with the hand. Weak left hand at the moment. It's really bad. So, walkies, human walkings for my mental health to replace my cancelled therapy call. So, let's have fun. I forgot my watch. So I'm a bit annoyed. So I spent an hour and a half working on ideas and things for the next book. So excited. Hi, just a little post video note from me editing it. So I'm editing Ali. Just also to give that some clarity, I finished the video and then I'd run out of all my extrovert energy and just didn't want to talk to the camera anymore or record anything else. So after I'd finished doing loads of planning and writing, I spent an hour and a half doing all that writing. I kind of just had hit my limit and was just exhausted, so I just stopped and just ended up reading on the sofa and chilling out. And I had my scan on my arms. I never got through to them to check about the appointment. The nice lady she wasn't the receptionist, I think she was a nurse, I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, she was like, it's okay, don't worry, it's fine. I had my scan. It's not really a scan. Basically, it was a, you remember when you were kids and there was that wiggly line and you had to hold a loop through it and not touch the sides? Well, it was like those loops attached to your hand, and basically it was sending electro pulses through my hands and arms, and there was lots of twitching and spasming and stuff to check for nerve damage and any nerve issues, basically. So that was quite good. Although the leaflet I got was explaining it to be like a TENS machine, and I thought a TENS machine was meant to be like rhythmic kind of like pulsing and gentle and stuff, and this was not gentle. This was like very much like shocking. It wasn't uncomfortable, just like the fact that your hands and arms would twitch without your consent was the weird part. It was very quick, 15 minutes if that, because I had to spend like 5 minutes with my hands in a bowl of warm water because my hands weren't warm enough and they had to be warm for doing it. And it went well. It's going to take a couple of weeks. They told me it would be 10 days to get results, but then my doctors then take another 2 weeks because it's not a priority before I get results from that. So I'm looking like mid-September before I get results for that. So we shall see. And then the other appointment that I was ringing about, ironically, is I'm getting surgery. I'm just getting a very, fingers crossed, small day procedure. I should be in and out the same day. But I'm getting surgery, which was never planned for this year, completely off schedule, not at all what I thought would be happening. I have some stuff talking about prepping for the surgery and stuff in my next video. If you're interested, keep your eyes peeled for that. But yeah, I'm getting another surgery. The appointment was originally, I had to be arriving at 7:30. They changed it to 12:30. I rang on the Thursday, the Friday. It wasn't open on the weekend. I rang again on the Monday. I rang Tuesday morning before my husband went to get his haircut. Nobody picked up. Nobody answered. Nobody responded to any of my voicemails. I'd left a couple of voicemails. And eventually, about an hour after I called on the Tuesday, the lady rang me back, apologised, said she was on annual leave. But I can't imagine there was only one person doing bookings and things for surgery, but whatever. She apologised. She said that she'd sent out a letter and apologised for me not receiving it. She'd sent out another letter. It was still going ahead for 12:30. She had gave me the change of times for medication because it was different times to stop eating and to stop drinking and things like that, because obviously it was much later in the afternoon appointment to arrive for. And then literally the next day she rang me again, very apologetic, and was like, after they've looked at the list of surgery candidates and things, we have decided that it would be better for you to come at the 7:30 appointment. So after all that unneeded stress and worry on my behalf to sort this out, I am back to my 7:30 time slot. So I have to arrive at 7:30, and fingers crossed surgery doesn't start till 9, but fingers crossed I will be hopefully out or done and awake by lunchtime, because I don't know where I am. I don't presume I'm the first person in the morning, which would be really nice if I was, but I don't presume that I am. But yeah, I'm still just like hoping it's going to be really quick. They said, like, you know, the surgery can be really, really short. About, I can't remember how long they said. Like, they honestly said it was like super quick, like maybe 15 minutes, 45 minutes at most. The worst part, the hardest part, the longest part is waking up from your anaesthetic. So I am currently editing this video to get it scheduled so I can get something else scheduled. So I'm trying to get the ball rolling so I can take the full week off, because it's 2-week recovery, so I can have a week of rest with my husband, because the first week post anaesthetic and surgery is usually the hardest part for me, especially the first few days post anaesthetic. I'm just so sleepy. And yeah, like I said, I've got talking about that in a video, and I think that's it. Like, I'm kind of like, when I'm looking at it, I'm kind of like, why am I so cagey about just trying to say that I've got surgery coming up? I think it was partly because I felt like it was going to get cancelled because of this like non-proper conversation, getting clarity about the call, and no one picking up the call to confirm the appointment and stuff like that, and I hadn't got the confirmation letter, so I think got it stuck in my head that it was going to get cancelled. So I am going to add this now to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching, for being here. Wish me luck for my surgery, because it's been a week since I recorded all that stuff. and so my surgery is literally tomorrow. So yeah, my surgery is tomorrow, so wish me luck, and thank you so much for watching and for being here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.